What up? Welcome to Coding Life as podcast, and of course, with the mics, and where we get to talk about things to do with tech, doing things in tech, and what it takes for you to be a techie and all. So it's been a minute since our last episode. I think we laid low a bit, but it's because we have plans for a new kind of way of doing the podcast. We want to rebrand a bit. It's not so much, but it's to change for it not to be just the two of us. So we need to involve other guys out there. So we are trying to bring much better and interesting content. We are not saying that the content that you normally give is not interesting. Of course it's interesting, but we're trying to now bring in people from the industry for them to tell you from their mouth, and also for them to tell you about their experiences, because as we have our own experiences, they have their own experience. Everyone has a unique experience, and I think the purpose of this podcast is for us to tap into those different experiences and for people to consume different experience, for them to have a smooth flow when they decide to venture into tech. If you've been following our videos and maybe you reached a point and you thought we stopped recording and all, no, that's not the case. So we're just trying to venture into different ways of bringing this content to you in a better, nicer, and more interactive way. For us to have to even bring in more audience. And with that, subscribe to our videos and like our YouTube channel, follow us on Spotify, click that notification bell on YouTube, and we would appreciate, because that's going to push us to the next level and it's going to attract more audience. So we need to bring in more people for them to consume this information, as many people as we can, because this information matters, and if it's gonna help someone out there, that will be our job. Welcome back to Coding Life as podcast, as we shoot our episode 19. So we are almost done. So we shot the first season where we did from episode 1 to 10 audio.
That was audio
only. So now we've shot from episode 11 to 20 video. So now we want to shoot from episode 21 to 30, where we have guests to join us here. We ask them questions, we have discussions. So just tune in and for you to get more info. So Mike, so today we're going to discuss a very interesting, it's a controversial topic per se, because it's kind of different. It's not controversial because it's the way you see. So today, let me first introduce what we are going to speak about, and then I try to emphasize on why it is what it is, and how it matters and what. So today's topic is about the 3 ways of working environment. So we have hybrid, we have full remote, and we have the normal way where you just go to the office 8 to 5. So we're gonna be discussing around and just asking questions between us. What would you prefer and why is that specific line your preference and not the other one? So as you know, the remote work and the hybrid came along the times of COVID-19, which forced companies to sit back and analyze and just reevaluate the working conditions and just come up with better ways of maintaining productivity, but still make sure that people are working and they are working at the comfort of their homes, and also to make sure that everyone health-wise they're okay not to be exposed to COVID-19 and not. So that's how hybrid, actually full remote came at that time, and then hybrid, when COVID-19 was almost in annihilation, it was almost to the end, because now most people went back to the office. So still companies analyzed, because there you see most people had already been used to remote work, but now you have to create a balance for the transition to be smooth, not for them to just boom come back to the office. So that's how hybrid came. You find that in a company, most people like work 5 days in a week. You get to go to the office 2 days, and 3 days you are working at the comfort of your home, which is very interesting. So yeah, so to some extent, COVID-19 brought about some eye-opener things, right? Because now companies right now they are prepared for even if there's an isolation or whatever, people still the companies working as long as there's no need for human intervention, mostly in tech and tech related companies, where you really don't need that human intervention, like buying things, like selling your brand. You see, all these things are done on the online. You get. So yeah. So what is your take on the Mike? What is your take on remote, hybrid, and normal way? The old age way of working.
Passe. Yeah. I won't say from experience, because I've not been into all of those areas.
Maybe from your understanding, not it doesn't have to be your experience.
So what I understand,
yeah.
Okay. What I understand, I kind of like the remote one.
Yeah.
Which was brought about by COVID-19.
Why? Why do you prefer the remote one? What does it do different?
Okay, for those guys who are not extroverts, the introverts,
yeah,
you find that they are.
So you mean to say you're an introvert?
I'm an extrovert.
Just to clear the air.
Just to clear the air, I'm an extrovert. I'm very social. But you find in every company there are those guys. They are so silent, and they kind of feel like the people who are surrounding them,
the nuisance or something, just bothering.
Yeah, bothering. And they just want peace.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
And they enjoy. I feel like they enjoy working at home at their comfort, where everything is just. You wake up, you do your thing. Yeah. And the hybrid one, wow, that one is. I would like to be.
Would like to be in an environment in a hybrid.
Where you're working 2 days and
2 days. You just work 2 days in the office, 3 days at the comfort of your home.
Yeah, that is nice.
Sleeping more at the comfort of your home. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one now is the 8 to 5.
The normal
one. Yeah, for me, I think it works. Everywhere I have been, I've been working from 8 to 5 and even extending.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like when I'm around people, I feel like we get to share ideas, and the logic that I may have, I get to share it. So it can be done by.
So your preference is 8 to 5, because you prefer to work like 8 days, like 5 days a week, 8 to 5 every day.
Every day, and also I would also like the hybrid.
No, you just on this
choose
topic,
one.
you have to pick your preference. What works for you, and what would you prefer? And you've said the whys of every category, which to some extent they're equal. So you need a tiebreaker for that. So you say you want to work hybrid. You want to work.
Do you know why I'm choosing hybrid? Because when you're working alone. Like when you are in your comfort, you enter in this room, this world, you can do anything. Yeah. I was reading somewhere. There's a book it's called The 5 a.m. Club.
Yeah.
It's talking about the flow state,
where
you are doing your thing, and you enter in this state where even a phone call cannot disturb you, and you are focusing when you are doing. Yeah. When you are concentrating. So yeah.
So you go for hybrid.
Hybrid, yeah. I think hybrid is better for me.
So like you see, for me, for me it depends with the way you've been introduced to tech, to some extent. As much as I have a preference, it depends with how I got introduced to tech. So like me, I got into tech mostly in the employment sector, where it's just working from 8 to 5 daily on a daily basis. But as now COVID-19 hit and I was forced, let me just use forced, quote unquote, I was forced to work from home, which I've never been used to. So for me, I've always been used to going to the office, and I actually feel comfortable going to the office. So for my preference, I would still go. I would also go for hybrid to some extent, because you see, hybrid, you have a little bit of both worlds. You have a little bit of remote, so you get at least you get some. You see, for us mostly, if you just check the work hours that in a day, in a single day of an engineer, you see, we normally, most of us, not everyone, we normally work well from morning hours mostly, and when you're in a normal this 8 to 5, you're commuting at that time. You get you're just commuting, but if you have a chance to work remote, you see, you'll wake up, shower, sit there, work straight, maybe up to 1. Then after 1, maybe take a walk, then come back, go at it again, and then you see that's the remote side part of it. And then, because now in engineering, the contact part and the human, the empathy part is key. You have you need to be around people. For you to be able to understand the world and for you to bond, and for you to be able to work well, you have to bond. You see, working remote, mostly full remote, it's like you're a robot. No one sees you, but they just see you on communication on these channels, maybe on Zoom. And all that. But you see, this hybrid, you come, you bond with the team, you sit there, discuss what you've done for the last 2 days, break down if you have a problem, just go to someone, let them enlighten you on what maybe you need to do. You have like a whole day of meetings, but then once you're done and it's clear for you, tomorrow is a remote day. Tomorrow you push whatever you are pushing. And I would say for me, hybrid is more productive than both of them. Yes, remote can be productive, but it depends with the person. Full remote, because you'll get people who do not work well full remote. You see, and there are those that need to be pushed, which for them going full remote won't be appropriate. But in a hybrid, and I feel like in a hybrid environment, everyone fits in. And everyone is able to grow and they're able to be productive, more productive. But you see, there are other days you're not commuting, and also you save your transport fare. That is, which is very, you cut down your bills, because you see. So I feel like hybrid for me is the deal breaker, and I would go for that, because it's an interesting one.
And also talk about the job market. Most of the jobs nowadays, I see they are shifting to remote, and engineers are kind of liking it.
It's interesting. It's interesting. But some of them are interested in the full remote, but for me, no, I wouldn't prefer that. I would want a hybrid setup. I'm able to get like 2 days, come sit with the team, have that human contact, just talk about, just discuss the things maybe that are blockers. Come do a sprint planning together, plan for the week together, have tickets aligned that you're supposed to do this and this and this, and it's for it to be physical, not the virtual one, which yes, it works, the virtual one, but I feel like having these physical meetings works even better. So for me, I'll go for hybrid. It's an interesting space that is, if you've worked in a hybrid setup, you would know. I've had an experience, a little bit of an experience working in a hybrid environment, which is, it's a very interesting state that you're able to be productive. You work a lot, you get to do a lot, and then you also get like for those guys with the families, not us, the ones with families. The ones with kids and wives, they get time to stay with their kids. You see, it has the most pros, the hybrid, and then you see, like as much as we were discussing about COVID-19 and all, and how that transition brought about the hybrid and the remote. You see, like most. There was emergence of giant tech companies like Zoom at the time you know how Zoom was. At that specific time, Zoom was the deal breaker. And after that, we got the Google Space. We got all that.
Yeah, they came up.
So I think this is a hybrid because you get to promote other companies per se. You're using the solutions. Yeah. So
also to note, I kind of feel like when you are doing a remote job and you encounter a bug and you want to ask a person, maybe that person is offline.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like when you're working in a one-to-one space,
you have ChatGPT for that, per se. As per the rumors.
Yeah. As we embrace the AI,
but I agree. The human critical thinking is more is important also.
You find that you cannot get the answer. So if the guy is offline, so you need that one-to-one because that is very reliable and available.
As if you go to was it episode 5? Maybe 5 or 6 where we had a discussion about extreme programming. So if you listen to that episode, there's someone we're encouraging pair programming, which is key, and
also the latest one where we talk about the boot camps.
Yeah, also.
We touched on peer programming.
Yeah. So guys, we're just throwing back the question to you, and maybe get your thoughts on what is your preference as we embark on this topic, because it's a topic I know we are going to speak when we have guests. Obviously, we are going to ask them about this, because we need to get different viewpoints, and especially from this experienced, very experienced guys. I know we are going to get very experienced. Some of them they're going to come to our podcast, and we'll ask them the right questions for you. But right now, if you have a feedback on what would you prefer, the normal 8 to 5 7 days a week working environment, would you go for hybrid environment where you are 3 days at home at the comfort of your house, and then 2 days you are in the office? And then, or would you go for remote full kisunzi? So you're just at home and all that. So just give us your views and thoughts on the comment section.
Drop a comment.
And we'll be sure to give the review and just review what your comments say, and we'll have a recap episode for that. And if you've not subscribed,
this is right.
I feel like we have so many views, but we are not getting subscribers. I know it's weird.
I don't know. People are becoming curious of the content we are giving.
I know.
Which is good, but also it's also good to give back.
Support us, guys. Because we are trying so much to give you content and trying so much to push this podcast brand, the Coding Life as podcast. We want to push this to be the biggest,
and also to build this as a community,
big
for every person.
We want this to be the biggest tech podcast in Kenya. That's not even in Kenya.
Global.
Yes. So support us, guys, and it doesn't take money or whatever. It just takes your time for you to click that subscribe button, click that like, and click that post notification, or head to our Spotify page. Just and follow us.
Click the follow button.
And everywhere it's at Coding Life Us. So thank you, guys, and see you in the next episode. So see you next time. Cheers.